Hello again. This is Brad Swift with Life on Purpose Institute for part 4 of this video series. Do you remember the story of Hansel and Gretel? How they laid down a trail of breadcrumbs so that they could find their way home? Well, this next distinction that we'll be exploring is like that. I call it following the breadcrumbs of your passion. I like to imagine that we each have laid down in the world such a trail. Not of breadcrumbs, but of passion. And that if and when we follow this trail of breadcrumbs of passion, they will lead us along the purposeful path to our life on purpose. This is actually how Life on Purpose Institute was founded over 16 years ago. I've included a link below to an article about how, by following my breadcrumbs of passion, it led to us founding Life on Purpose Institute. You know, Ann and I have done our best to continue this practice of taking time to determine what is it in our hearts that we really feel passionate about. In our personal relationship, we've combined that with one of our most important, you could say, operating principles as a couple. Early in our marriage, we agreed to be committed to each other's commitments. And when we combine these two together, we find that it's far easier to determine what it is that we're truly committed to when we also look at what it is that we're most passionate about. For me, this is another reason why it's so important to take the time, to make the effort, to determine with crystal clarity what your life purpose is. For when you do, this gives you access to a wellspring of passion, that inner energy that can fuel you forward in designing a life, in a business or a career that is a reflection of that true purpose. It's true that following a trail of breadcrumbs of passion, this is not always easy. Oftentimes you may only be able to see one or two breadcrumbs along the trail, and you won't be able to determine what your final destination is. That's a little bit how it is with this video series. I kept finding myself coming back to the idea of a video series in which I would share my most valuable nuggets of gold insights, those that have made the greatest difference in my own endeavors to live on purpose. It felt and continues to feel like it's related to the upcoming Coaches Mentoring Program, though how exactly? Not completely clear. And that's how it often is in following a trail of passion-filled breadcrumbs. But here's one thing that I do know from personal experience. No matter where your breadcrumbs of passion may lead you, I know you won't be disappointed with where you end up. And why? Because along the way you'll be living your life on purpose in a deeper and more meaningful way. And, as we all know, life is really more of a journey than just a destination. And the same is true for a life on purpose. So follow your heart, which means taking the time to identify what you're most passionate about, and then follow those breadcrumbs. And I hope that you'll follow me to the next video in this series as well, but not until it's obviously available, but also when you make a comment below. Give me your questions, your comments. Maybe share that insight plus action of what you have gleaned so far out of this series. And I'll see you in the next video.